People who feel lost and without purpose tend to believe that there's a simple answer to their problems. So they subconsciously think that if they consume enough personal development videos, then someday they'll find the magic video that helps them click and fix their previous ways. It's an easy trap to fall into and can keep you hooked into a cycle of procrastination. Some people take away often one or two key points from these videos, though they never manage to put it into practice, and it usually ends up as substance to fill a conversation amongst friends.
Which one did you say was published in September?
It's important to emphasize that this isn't the case for everyone. However, it is a significant portion of those who consume personal development content. Now, I admit, I've watched videos that make me feel good and on track to get my life in order. You follow their rules and you start seeing improvements in the first few days or even a couple of weeks. However, you eventually slip up, and even though you felt good and productive earlier, you're now back in your old ways. This in turn makes you feel even worse about yourself, as you lose trust in yourself for not adhering to the system that you were following and that was making you feel good. This links in with the issue of overconsumption, as they can provide you with a short new high followed by an even lower low than you were previously at in terms of productivity. I don't think productivity videos are the problem. Now, the problem isn't that we're watching these videos. The problem is that we're watching them and over-consuming them, thinking that the more we take in, the better we'll get. Consumption and productivity aren't directly proportional. I think there's a few things to take away from this video. And I think the first one is that we really need to reflect on what it is that we lack. What skill, what problem, what is getting in our way? Because sacrifices do have to be made. And I think that's something that I've realized over the past 7 years that I've been at medical school, that every year there's obstacles, and these are obstacles that I need to overcome myself before I indulge and binge watch on productivity videos to improve my systems. Now, let me give you an example. I've watched multiple videos on the benefits of making handwritten notes based on the research behind writing with a pen and paper. So I got through my first 2 placements in a general practice and obs and gynae ward making physical notes. And I noticed I was retaining more information and had a feeling of regret. Regret because, I don't know, I wish I had done this earlier. Until my cat legitimately threw up on my book. My notebook where I keep all of my precious notes was covered in undigested cat food. Now, if you've ever smelt the breath of a cat or a bowl of cat food, you know how bad they smell individually, never mind combining both of them. So yeah, after that, the habit came to an abrupt ending. It often isn't self-evident that it's the video in question that's causing the issue. The video is associated with positive feelings of motivation, and the memories of the productive time frame that you had is put down to that. However, my failure to adhere to this is my problem, and this leads to a loss of trust in my own discipline, and it can cause you to fall into an even deeper pit. This is very troublesome when attempting to self-reflect on what went wrong. It's very easy to put the failure down to nothing but you. And this means that if you attempt to get back on track, you might do so by again resorting to consuming personal development videos in order to muster newfound motivation, and this circle will carry on repeating itself. So finding personalities on YouTube who film and allow us to witness days in their extremely productive life makes me feel a certain connection with them. I've always had role models, people that you admire, people who've done great things, and those that you love reading about. A few years ago, I excitedly paid for 600 pages on Barack Obama's childhood. I stopped reading after the author spent 200 pages talking about everything but the man himself. However, these role models are reserved in a sense. They don't allow us much of a glimpse into their life. It's a very superficial view. On the other hand, YouTube personalities give us a great insight into their daily living, how their rooms are organized, their family members, their friends, what they eat, etc. This overload of information may be the reason we're too distracted to start. It's not about what notebook they use or which softwares they recommend. It's the fundamentals that matter. What makes Elon Musk a renaissance man, in my opinion? Well, it's his ability to learn in great detail across multiple fields that interest him in such a short period of time. He doesn't recommend the iPad Pro. He just recommends long, grueling hours and to fuel your curiosity. Now, going back to school, one thing we're used to doing is reading examples of model answers that we attempt to shape our own answers around. We sometimes treat these videos in a similar way. Usually they're produced by people who appear to have their life in order, and they're giving away this model answer free of charge. It's then very difficult to not want to model this behavior in a very similar format. But this is especially troublesome for people who have a life that is inherently disorganized and without discipline. Videos that emphasize growing slowly, day by day, often aren't as successful as videos talking about becoming a millionaire in 5 years. However, don't ignore the fact that self-improvement can be boring at times, and this is the most important part of the video. You will experience cognitive dissonance. You can't buy or binge your way to it. It requires resilience and marginal gains, not a Notion Premium membership and an Apple Pencil. This video has been something that's completely different to what I usually release. It's actually been fun working on. Over the past year, I've been learning about storytelling and videography, and this has been great to put together, but it's something that took about a week or 2 weeks. Now, I guess you can expect videos like this to be more frequent on this channel. These are things that I enjoy doing. I enjoy the whole process of it, from the filming to the video editing, and I usually hate video editing. If you've taken something away from this video, make sure you like the video. If you dislike the video, then make sure you press the dislike button twice. And as always, make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys.